Hey, welcome back on this Tech Tuesday. Going virtual has been pretty key in the pandemic, as a lot of meetings, classes, even social events have all pivoted to online video rooms.
All the things,
All
right?
the things.
Yeah, but leading one of those Zoom conferences, not always as easy as it seems. A local tech guru is helping people and businesses wow the webinar. Kimberli Allen from Everything Webinar joins us live with her advice. Good morning, Kimberli.
Good morning. How are you on this very happy Tuesday?
We are very happy,
Good.
very
I'm
happy to be talking
already
to you.
impressed by your Zoom setup.
I know.
Your lighting is on point. We can hear you.
Oh, it looks great. Yes. And so I'll ask you, what inspired you to start the business? I'm assuming the pandemic and the whole world changing had something to do with it.
Actually, I have owned the company now for 17 years.
Oh my gosh.
We started in the industry way before the word webinar was known to the world. And we started with webinar production services, and we've just ventured forward. And yes, thank you. COVID actually made us popular.
Certainly a silver lining for your business, that's for sure. So you were already pros at this. How can people kind of adapt all of the in-person skills that we've all worked so hard on? You look at speaking and presenting, it's always to a room full of people. How do you adapt that to the virtual environment?
Well, there are lots of ways that you can adapt your in-person skills to the virtual world, but one of the best ways is to book a virtual office audit with our company. That gives you 30 minutes with an expert, 7 quick steps, and it's guaranteed to change the way you view your own unique presentation space. Above and beyond that, we've got one-on-one coaching programs, consulting, we have training programs, you name it. We are here and built to meet your needs.
Okay. And important lately has been staying connected despite the weather. A lot of people had issues. You were actually out of power for about 12 days.
I was.
Yeah. So how do people navigate that when that happens?
Well, it's a great question. And what I learned from the recent experience was to be prepared for alternate locations. Now I know that I have 2 friends that I can travel to. I've got my kids who live 6 miles away. A lot of us were out of power at the same time, but each location came back on at a different time. So now we've got a really good emergency plan in place for alternate locations. And then just the basics, the battery pack, the backup generator. I now know what a generator is. So there are some key elements to being prepared, and it's not that much different than what we teach for presentation skills. Prepare, plan, and practice. And now I've actually incorporated that into our own emergency preparedness plan, because we live and die by internet, broadband connectivity, and we are a global company. So key for me to stay connected.
Yeah, you really did have to kind of practice what you preached there this winter. Now, when you look at different types of training, I think what's tricky here in this online space is it's presentation, it's those it's all those skills, those interpersonal skills, but it's also the tech side of things too. Do you guys kind of handle both?
We do, absolutely. So that's where I'll take you back to the virtual office audit. Again, 30 minutes, 7 steps. We talk about your webcam and your microphone. Just like we did a tech check earlier this morning before we went live, we do the same thing with clients, and we help them understand their unique environment. So it's not just everything webinars conjecture about your presentation space. It's all about you and how you can engage at the highest levels.
All right. Well, some good tips. Thank you so much for joining us. Kimberli Allen with Everything Webinar.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah. And of course, if people are interested in some virtual training, we're going to have a link to her website on coin.com.